motherfuckers.
All right, YouTubes. We're gonna go out. We got an evaporator coil to change out and a condensing unit. I'll bring you guys along for the fun. And let's get out there. I knew what you guys were going to ask what it looked like on the other side. Here it is. Little parapet. I got everything stacked. Get the morning workout in. Yeah. That's coming out of here. New condensing unit, new evaporator coil. Let's rock and roll. All right, we got the recovery going. I got the time clock disassembled. I gotta go grab the GoPro. I was using it for the time lapse, and we'll get the ladder crane all set up while we're recovering here. Yeah, a little liquid trapped in the dryer section right there because it's cold out. We're down there minus 23. See, minus 19 on the gauge, there's minus 23 at the recovery machine. Yeah, she's down there. Let her suck for a few more minutes and then we'll rip this all apart. And then we'll hook up a NorCal Dave's homemade ladder crane. Take two, the deuce. We'll see how it works today. I'm gonna get more ladder up today. Because I gotta swing it, I need to swing it over and down into the parapet. I'll set the GoPro up so we can watch the show as it goes down. We'll see how that works out. Okay, as I go along, I got the unit recovered, torn apart, and I bring my recovery stuff down, clear off the roof as I work, because I got to come down to hook up the unit anyways. And then I use the rope to lower everything down. It was easy for me to carry it up, but it's a lot safer and easier just to lower it down with the rope. Now you could pick stuff up with the rope and do the fishing game if you want. That's fine too. I'm just showing you guys how I do it. So I'm gonna get this all back in the truck where it goes, and then we're gonna work on getting this to the roof. All right, got her hooked up. I got a strap and a chain. Let's see what happens this time. Oh, stupid hillbilly tricks. for the new guys, when I do this, the silver solder, the copper to stainless, I like to keep the heat on the copper. This might have been one of the nicer welds I've done in a long time. I keep the heat on the copper with the smaller size flame, and then let it suck in there. And dude, man, this one came out real nice. Look at this. Yeah, I'm gonna show you the bottom. I can get the camera down in there. But dude, what side is the camera on? God dang it. Oh, it's right there where my finger is. Where's the... Yeah, there it is. I get the flux off of there and the discoloration, but man, that was a good one. That one flowed like a champ. Let's get the mirror in there. You can even see even better. But, dude, that one came out super nice. She just flowed. Flowmaster 5, baby. All right, so I got ahead of myself and I made that killer weld, but I had forgotten to hook up my nitrogen. And then I forgot my knee pads. So I'm just having a YouTube police kind of day today. Roll them out. Rack them, stack them, and rack them. I got my purge going again now, so I get ahead of myself sometimes. You know, it happens. It's normal. It's not a big deal. And, but I did remember to get some heat paste on here for the sight glass and my wet rag. And we'll get the liquid line brazed up, and then this will be brazed up. We'll work on our electrical, then we'll be ready to go downstairs and do the condensing unit. The condensing unit. Listen to me. The evaporator coil. This one didn't make it all. January of 18, and they've got. It's a barbecue place. It has all the rubs and stuff, and it just ate that thing up. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 4 years. 4 years ate alive. Alright, I just got this all hooked up. I couldn't film down here. Sorry about that. Let's go on the roof and we'll get our nitrogen pressure test, and we will get our then we'll get our evacuation going. All right, I couldn't film a bunch downstairs. They had the reggae music cranking, and YouTube doesn't like that. We're gonna start a pressure decay test. I know I'm supposed to have the high side temperature gauge on there to help it compensate. I always run it without it. And then we'll get it on a vacuum. New condensing unit, new evaporator coil. Yeah, we'll get it on the vacuum. This is going to be R448 Alpha, R448A. Yeah, we'll get this pressure test going, pull a vacuum, get a good vacuum, and then get her charged up and see how she does.
All day long, doing my best to pass it on, making them bids, making them good, sharing knowledge just like I should.
Oh, we're getting ready to pull the vacuum. The YouTube police. They're going out the H.V.A.C. YouTube police. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're going to get me. All right, I'm 15 minutes in on my pressure test. I'm feeling super good about that. I'm going to hook up 2 3/8 So 3/8 on the end, 1/4 inch on this side. Because I have service valves, I don't need no core tools to the vacuum pump. The only place I can hook up the micron gauge is to the pump. So the YouTube police are gonna get me. Woo, 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 pull it over. And we're gonna pull a vacuum on this thing. And then we'll get it charged up. I gotta bring my scale up. I like to weigh the charge in and write the charge down on the units. Because if I ever have to come back at nighttime on a night service call, it gives me a reference of how much gas I'd need and if I even have that much on the van. So I always like to weigh my charge in, write it down on the unit so I know how much it holds. That's the main reason I do that. So let's get into this vacuum. Okay, that's what it's gonna look like. I got the 2 hoses on my service valve, low side, high side, comes in to the big 3/8 ports. Micron gauge on the vacuum pump. Open up my ballast, let her rip. Turn our micron gauge on, and I'll show you some screenshots of the app. Might have a dead battery. Let's check it out. All right, there's the vacuum setup. I had to put batteries in the micron gauge. It is the Testo 521i. That's the micron gauge I'm using right now. So I got my microns pulled down. I take my caps off here. I always put the caps on when I pull a vacuum. I can backseat these valves now, and my system will be tight. Now I can kill my vacuum. I can take my hoses off. Now what I'm going to do, I got my vacuum hoses off at my vacuum pump now. I'm going to go ahead and take them off the pump, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with my gauges here. It's real simple. Get the micron gauge off of here and turn it off since it likes to eat batteries. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and hook up my high side gauge as I knock over the GoPro. Yep. Go ahead and hook up Mr. High Side. My gauge has ball valves. My ball valve's open. Go ahead and leave the service valves back-seated. So the system has a vacuum on it, right? And it's all nice and sealed up. I have my gauges hooked up. I'm gonna go ahead and take my service port gauge, or your yellow gauge hose. I'm gonna hook it to the vacuum pump. I'll show you here real quick. Let's go ahead and turn the gauges on. Gauges are on. You can see they're at 0 because we're back seated on our valves. I'm gonna go ahead and crank on the vacuum pump. I'm gonna evacuate my gauges, and my hoses all the way to right here, right? And I got a ball valve right here, so when I take this off, I close that, take it off. I only have this little piece right here I need to purge. And that's how I do it when I run the external hoses. I still don't mind pulling a vacuum through my gauges. I know a lot of you are going to say, yeah, but the gauges leak. Yeah, sometimes they do, you know, but if you got a decent set that doesn't leak, it avoids this step, which isn't bad. So I wanted to show you how I did that. That is a wrap. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. If you haven't yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button down there. Give me a little subscriber, help a brother out. And we'll catch you on the next video. I still got a bunch of cleaning up to do. Yep, clean up. Oh, I got to take the old coil to the recycler. Yeah, maybe I'll bring you guys along to the recycler. Life is like a time warp, and some say that life is short. You gotta get out there and do things, and the world is waiting for you to come and see it. And there's no better way to do it than on a Harley-Davidson motorcycle.